Hello everyone and welcome to the build-up of West Ham United against Brighton and Hove Albion. Thank you for joining us in 4 minutes when the team lineups come out. If you're not a fan of three at the back, we might have some bad news for you when the lineups come out, but we'll get onto that in 4 minutes. How are you doing, Gonzo?
I'm all right. That sounded cryptic. Very cryptic, by the way. If you're not a fan of three at the back, then we've got some bad news for you.
Yes.
Okay, I think I get it now.
If you're a fan of Martin Noble, we've got some bad news for you.
Oh, my words. I told you not to tell me. Now you've told me. For anybody watching, we had the briefest of chats. I mean, a 10-second chat. He said, oh, people might not be happy at the team. I said, don't tell me. Now he's told me.
Apologies. Anyway, lineup's out in a few minutes. How are you feeling about today's game, Gonzo?
Well, I was all right about 30 seconds ago. You've ruined me day. You've ruined you like a Grinch ruining Christmas with such news. Actually, I don't mind about the formation. We'll see. Let's have a see. Let's have a see. I'll react then. But I was feeling all right. I was actually looking forward to it. Quite excited, actually, particularly as everyone's sort of been stuck at home. We've not been able to get out and about and see as many people as possible. It's sort of the football's taken a little bit more importance, if you like, I think today in terms of breaking up the day. So yeah, I'm rather looking forward to it. Make a change from making pretend cakes with Play-Doh. Actually, I sent you the picture yesterday, didn't I?
You did, yeah. You sent me a picture of Play-Doh. I can confirm.
Lots of Play-Doh.
Santa was a busy boy delivering Play-Doh Play-Doh to Gonzo's house on Christmas Day. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Back to business today. The team news are out in a couple of minutes, and we'll see what Brighton's doing. It's currently, I think it's still 1-0 Leeds United up against Burnley. Is there anyone in particular you're hoping to see start today, Gonzo? Because there's at least one change to starting 11 that face Chelsea.
I think we need some excitement in there. So I want to see Lanzini, Benrahma or Antonio. Only Antonio if he's fit, as I mentioned in the preview. But I want to see some excitement. I want to feel when I'm watching us play that there's someone who's going to dribble past a player and score a goal or curl in a long-range effort or whatever the case may be. One of those three has to start for me. If none of the three are involved, I'm going to be grumpy.
I think you might be a bit grumpy, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're spoiling everything. I don't even know why I tuned in. Apart from being on the video.
I have to say, when I see the rumoured 11, I was a little bit disheartened, if you like. I was a little bit sort of disappointed because Benrahma is the main player I want to see today. Benrahma is the player I want to see start. I think we've got to go for the win today. I want to see Moyes make a statement, which is, I am winning this game. I'm winning it well. We're scoring at least 2 goals and stuff. Someone made a good comment on the preview, actually. Someone said we have to win today. Otherwise, it could quickly become an Alan Curbishley season. And I think he's bang on. That's the season I hated the most. The season that we finished 10th. We were 10th, and then after game 1, after game 5, we were just 10th all season. It was good not to have a relegation worry, but there was no excitement. At least with a relegation battle, you get a little bit of excitement towards the end. You get a little bit of something to play for. So anyway, are you ready for the starting 11?
I've just seen the starting 11.
Right. Fabianski continues in goal with a back three of Balbuena, Ogbonna and Creswell. Wing backs of Sufal and Ben Johnson, with a midfield three, I believe, of Declan Rice, Thomas Souček and Martin Noble, with Sebastian Haller up front and Jared Bowen playing in the number 10 role. That is apparently the lineup and the formation, Gonzo. Sort of like 3-5-1-1, if you like.
Yeah. Well, listen, the formation remains to be seen. I've got to say that many a time. This thing gets printed out on a bit of paper and it's handed in, and the formation is not what's been suggested. So I'll hold fire on that until I wouldn't be surprised if I see Mark Noble running around on the left side of midfield. Put it that way. If we do, then we know actually the formation has not changed drastically from what Moyes has played many times. It's just Mark Noble has taken Fornals' place. So I'll wait and see on that one. I'm pleased to see Johnson in there. But if you remember when I said about Johnson, Johnson has to be in there to facilitate one of the attacking players being in there. So Johnson won't provide as much attacking threat. That's fine, but that's all right. He then provides cover for Benrahma or Lanzini. Ideally, both, as I said in my team in the preview. To have neither in there it's crazy. I'm looking at that bench now. We've got Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Benrahma on there. All the rest are all goalkeepers, by the way. And those are, I don't know, you could argue that those are three of our most creative players, or the three most creative players. In all honesty, Gio, I think we'll probably still win the game. I really do. But this is a very negative, naughty lineup. I'm not saying it's incapable of us scoring 2 or 3 goals this lineup. We are capable of that. But I don't like the team very much.
I'm very disappointed by it. If you're not going to play your creative players at home to Brighton, when are you going to play them? You're not going to play them away to Man City, are you? Home to Brighton is one of... If I was to ask you, write down 5 fixtures that you will actually play a real attacking team, or your most attacking 11, what 5 fixtures would they be? They'd be Sheffield United, West Brom, Brighton, Burnley at home. That's 4 of your 5. You'd have all in there. I'm disappointed. Like I said, I agree with you, by the way. I think that team is good enough to win. I think we will still win the game. Then Moyes will be proven correct. But it's just a bit... Really, come on, are we playing Mark Noble so Mark Noble doesn't feel bad? And why are we playing Mark Noble? He didn't perform very well against Chelsea. The team looked completely slow with him in it. We've got no pace in this team. Ben Johnson's a bit nippy, but offensively he's questionable. It's just... I don't know. I just think it's a lost opportunity already. I mean, if we win, we're going to look a bit stupid. But it just feels, looking at that lineup, it feels a bit too conservative, and it feels like we're missing a chance to really sort of just go for the attack, just go for the win. If we don't win today, we're very much going to pin it on their starting 11.
Oh, 100%. And we won't look silly if we win, because we both said the team's capable of winning. It's like, but it's not very festive. It's not a very Christmassy team. There's not much fantasy in there. There's not much excitement. There's not much to that's a team for an empty stadium, Gio. I'll tell you that much, because if I'd have taken a train up there and you'd taken a coach down and all the rest of it, and we'd all spent our hard-earned money, and this was our Christmas treat. And then we got into the stadium, and then we looked at that team sheet. Well, where's our magic? Do you know what I mean? Where's our sprinkling of stardust? There is none. There's a slow workhorse, workman-like team. It's look, as I say, I think I get it done. I think if Bowen is playing, I think Bowen could score 2 or 3 goals today. Absolutely, more than capable of that. And we look really, really good. I'm also mindful, by the way, of when we were at that game at Brighton. Sorry, not at Brighton, at the London Stadium, when we went 2-0 up, and we were playing 4 at the back, and then we changed it at half time. I said, well, we didn't change it. It's not yours and my fault, Gio. David Moyes changed it and went to 3 at the back, and then we end up, I think it was 3-3 the game or something like that. We certainly surrendered a 2-goal lead, if I remember correctly. So I don't mind. I think this formation works for him, but it is a strange series of decisions. And look, David Moyes doesn't have to take into account what the fans think in that sense. But I'm pretty sure he would have known when he made this team. I'm leaving out a few of the fans' favourites, all of the fans' favourites here. That Bowen can score 2 goals, Souček can score a header, we win 3-0. And if everyone's happy. And not only that, it's not like this team is incapable of playing good football. We can still attack them lots. We can still finish this game with 15 shots. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. However, I don't know. It's just a signal it sends out. I don't particularly like that, and I won't find that Brighton are going to have to do their. As I always say, I like the opposition team to have to worry about us. So Brighton will from set pieces and stuff like that. That's granted, but that have been working out all week. What I also like is when the team sheet's handed in, that you have the opposition manager scrambling around thinking, "Oh, I don't know how we're going to deal with this." By chucking a Lanzini, a Yarmolenko, Benrahma in there, or 2 of those 3, you then do have him scrambling around thinking, damn it, we got some, right, okay. He then has to address his defence and say, right, you're going to have to do this. This guy's going to do this. Give them some problems. I don't feel we've given them any problems that they wouldn't have been working on all week.
No, interestingly, though, Brighton's lineup is also just as confusing a little I'm looking at it now, and I'm struggling to work out who's playing right wing back or if they've switched formation for this one. Sanchez is in goal, so no Matt Ryan. Sanchez is in goal for Brighton. And then you've got 4 defenders. Normally they play a back 3, but one of them would then be a left wing back. But let me read out the Brighton team and we can try and work it out. So they've got Dan Burn, Webster, Dunk, and Ben White. So usually you would look at that and think, well, one of them would be on the left, but Solly
Three of those are centre halves, Geo. Dan Burn's a centre half.
All 4 of them are centre halves. And then they've got Solly March, who normally plays left wing back. They've got Basuma, who's a centre mid. Adam Lallana, who can play centre mid alongside Basuma. Then they've got Trossard, Mopai, and Danny Welbeck, who will be the front 3. But it's difficult to look at this and decide if they're playing wing backs or they've switched to 4 at the back for this one and push March into midfield. So even the Brighton 11 is not too straightforward because they've got no sort of right wing back, but on the bench they've got Veltman, who can play on the right. So it would insinuate that Brighton's perhaps switching formation for this one too.
Who knows? I don't know enough about them. I don't know. It's a strange old game. I do just wonder how much both teams have got their eye on the next fixture. Ours is Southampton. I don't know who Brighton play next. But you know, Brighton. You say about West Ham writing down a number of fixtures which they think they can get points for on attack. This would be one of the fixtures that Brighton would write down and think, okay, where can we get points from? Will West Ham be one of them because they don't do badly against West Ham, Brighton. So I don't know. I'd be surprised if they were trying to tailor their team to make sure everybody's fit for the next game. I don't know. These are strange. It's a strange time anyway. At the best of times, Christmas schedule is a strange time. But all I would say, what I mentioned in the preview, really, Gio, that we've not had. It's all very well preempting fixture build-up. It's all very well preempting fatigue, but we've not had the fatigue yet because we've not played the 3 games in 8 days or anything like that yet. It's the start of it. Let's worry about that the 2nd or 3rd game in. So I don't know. I don't know. Look, it's going to be quite exciting. I guess some players coming off the bench, hopefully at the 65th minute or whenever he does it. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably win. We'll probably win, Gio. But I do feel he sucked a bit of the fun out of the game.
Yeah, the one good thing I will say is if we can get to the hour mark and just 0-0, we have a match-winning bench on there. Surely he would then bring on Ben Ram and Lanzini and say, right, we've tired them out, we've done the hard work part, now it's time to go get the 3 points, get the additional 2 points and get move on to the Southampton game and stuff. I just worry that this is a game, when you look at a Brighton team actually, I look at that and think we can have a go at these boys. There's some good players in there, but they've got 4 centre-backs starting today. Brighton is a very sort of defensive side, it's a lopsided Brighton team. You know, the one people laugh is what I'm reading here. They're suggesting Byrne will be left wing back, March will be right wing back. Well, that's the case. They've got 2 players out of position on the flanks. We've got no pace out wide to go and attack them. We'll literally be like, well, your weakness, don't worry about it, mate. We will not try and expose that. We will just continue playing our own way. And it's a shame, really, that we've not got Ben Ram on there. So when the Brighton team does come out, you can say to Ben Ram, look here, mate, get out to the side. You're up against Dan Byrne, he's a giant. He's about 7 foot tall.
He's massive,
slow down, can't turn. Get out and go one-on-one with him for the whole game. Just go at him. You'll beat him. Yes, go on the other side of the pitch if you want. You're up against Solly March. He's left-footed. I'm not too confident actually. I was confident in the preview, but seeing the lineups, I'm a little bit. I don't know. The enthusiasm been sucked out of me a little bit, Gonzo. Right, before we go on, let's do the bet, and then we'll have our final thoughts and stuff. Okay. See what our score predictions changed. Anything you'd like in the bet?
So hard to say. Let's give Noble a card. Let's give Noble a card. Yeah, it's not us giving it. It's not us giving it to him. But yeah, Noble card.
Yeah, let's whack that in. I think we should put West Ham to win in there.
Oh, 100%. Well, West Ham will win. I'm very confident. Yeah.
So I think we've got to put that in there as well. So that's in there. Anyone you fancy to score today?
Hello, just to make it confusing for everyone.
Yeah, we'll whack in. We're always good for corners, so we'll whack in some corners for West Ham in there as well. 5 corners or more for West Ham. That's all right. West Ham to win, double be booked. Alliot to score a goal, and West Ham get 5 corners. 33-1. That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Gonzo's thinking of a phrase right now. So those that don't know how this works, we're putting a fiver on this, £175 back. If this bet wins, one of you guys in the live chat will win 170 quid. The bet is West Ham to win, Mark Noble to be booked, Sebastian Haller to score a goal, 5 or more West Ham corners, and the phrase Gonzo is...
I fancy a dunk.
I fancy a dunk. If you can put I fancy a dunk in the live chat, that's you entered into the bet giveaway. If it wins, someone is winning 175, just £170 cash. We're not, there's no 5 in there. We're not topping it up. We're keeping that. But anyway, what's your final thoughts? You've seen the lineups.
Okay.
Just for your context, the live chat's not too optimistic either. Actually, there's not many people happy with this lineup.
No. I understand and I agree. All right, I agree. It is as I said earlier.
What's your final thoughts, Gonzo?
It's underwhelming. My final thoughts are: I think we'll win. I think we'll win handsomely. Reading between the lines, particularly with that, you're right. Dan Burn is a massive player. Brighton are weak at set plays. I think the tail's wagging the dog for Brighton here rather than the other way around. And I think possibly he has put as many players in as he can to defend set plays, which is really the wrong way to go about a football match, particularly with someone who has a philosophy like Potter does. But as I say, that is a weakness for them. So I just wonder if they're doing that. I do think we have underwhelming players on the pitch, but I do think collectively, I think we will attack them, if that makes any sense. We've got defensive players on, but I think we will attack from within those defensive parameters. So I expect lots of shots. I expect lots of free kicks. I'll not be surprised. I know I picked Haller. Not be surprised to see Souček and Bowen on the score sheet at all. I think we'll win, and I think we'll win well. And I think we'll have a lot. For some reason, it goes against what we see. I think we'll have a lot of shots, mate.
Yeah, I think we've got a good team out, but it's just individually the players. It would have been nice to see a bit more excitement. It would have been nice to see something from David Moyes, which says, "Look, we're looking like we're going to be safe this season. Therefore, I'm going to take the shackles off these players, and we're going to go out there and play." It's not good for Saeed Benrahma. We're now at Christmas time, and he's still not getting into the starting 11. If I was him, I'd be questioning if he's made the right move. To be honest with you, I'd be sitting there thinking, "Hang on a minute." You look at Eze, Crystal Palace, he's playing week in, week out in his preferred role at Palace. Palace have put him in and said, "We're going to build a team around you, mate. We're going to get the best out of you." Benrahma, who was on similar par to him in the Championship last season, has come to West Ham, can barely get in the team. He's looking at Eze thinking, he's made the right move here. I've messed this up. I wouldn't be surprised if he's checking the contract, see there's a clause.
That's what I said to you. That's what I said.
He's probably hoping that his medical... Yeah, so I think we've got enough about us today. I expect 3 points. I think we will win, but it would have just been nice to see a bit more adventure from our manager today. It would have just been good. Anyone, including myself, that's still a little bit wary about the manager, probably needed today to say, "Come on, David Moyes can give you the entertaining people. David Moyes can give you everything." Today's just sort of said, "You're right to be a bit wary of the manager still because our home to Brighton." Like you said, we were there. We saw that lineup before. We're on the boat. We've had a few drinks. We're getting ready to go on the ground. You see that lineup, you think, "Oh, come on, Dave, mate. Are we going to grind out a 1-0 win at home to Brighton?" Because that's what that lineup sticks off to me. It smells like a 1-0 West Ham win. Might have just gave away a little bit of something there. But Gonzo, before Charlie comes live with his watch along, can I get your final thoughts and your score prediction, please?
Yeah, look, I'm going to try and not let. This is us preempting what's going to happen, hence the negativity. We might kick the ball. We might attack their goal, twice within the first minute or something like that, and then it sets a very different tone for the game, and we may well find ourselves enjoying it. So, that's fine as well. I'm more than prepared. I'm more than prepared for that. I still think the pressure's all on them, but in many respects, Moyes has probably made it a lot tougher for them by doing it. Because they've got to break us down now, and they're not going to find it easy with all those defensive players on the pitch. They are not going to find it easy to get through us. There's absolutely no doubt about it. We've played some good teams who have struggled. Man City struggled to get through us with that formation. You know what I mean? And they're going to. I think we have perhaps made it difficult for them. David Moyes. I don't think David Moyes is going. Here's the thing. I think Potter was going for the point. I don't think David Moyes was. I think David Moyes was going for the win, but a ground out win. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for Brighton on this one. I think we're going to win. And do you know what? I said 3-0. Did I say 3-0 in the build-up? I think I did, didn't I? I'm going to stick with 3-0, actually. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna say West Ham 1-0 win. I said 2-0 P. I'm gonna relegate it. I'm gonna demote it to a 1-0 win. I still think we'll win, but my confidence I was almost like 100% confident we were gonna win. It's come down quite a lot after seeing that lineup actually. Because while we're talking about Brighton will struggle, I'll tell you what, if we go a goal down, I think we'll struggle to break them down because they've got so much defender from the back pitch. They'll just retreat right back. See what you're gonna do. We'll pass the ball around outside the 18-yarder, but there's no one there that can split their defence open or anything like that. They're all on the bench. And the one positive is that we've got such a good bench, if you like. We've got solid players on there. I'm pleased to see Ben Johnson starting, by the way. I'm looking forward to seeing Ben Johnson there. Crespo's got a big game. He's got to keep talking to him, help the lad out, particularly if he's up against Solly March, who's becoming quite an experienced player at this level. So to make sure that he's through the game. Brighton can play. The Brighton's front three can need to make sure we're sort of ready for that because sometimes we can leave a lot of gap between our midfield and Rice and Souček and West Ham. Gonzo, I'll see you for the review at full time.
Look, well, hopefully looking forward to it. You certainly will, though, mate. Enjoy the game.
Good man. All right, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like.